The story of Pan County opening up heaven and earth and creating the universe. Before heaven and earth existed, the universe was just a chaotic mass of gas, in which there was no light or sound. At the center there is a large stone that has been filled with yin and yang energy for a long time, so it has acquired the spiritual properties of the universe and created a human fetus. After 10 months and 16 days, accumulating 18,000 years of gestation, at the hour of the tiger, there was a loud bang, the spiritual stone cracked, and a rare Lin Chan was born, a god with a human-like form. Called Panko. He felt that this space was extremely cramped, so he used an axe to break up the chaos. That chaotic mass opened up, divided into two parts. The light part, which rose high every day, thus forming the sky. The heavy and chiseled parts fall to the ground every day, thus forming the ground. Between heaven and earth, Pan-Gu also grows 1 John each day. The older he grew, the taller he became, his head holding the sky, his feet stepping on the ground, a tall man that no one could compare to. As soon as he was born, he learned to walk, run, jump, breathe in the wind, swallow dew, eat fruits, and gradually growing up, he was 100 meters tall, had a head like a dragon, had hair all over his body, and had immense strength. One day, Pan County ran to the west and came across a hammer and an awl weighing thousands of pounds. Pan-Gu, holding a hammer in his right hand and an awl in his left hand, tried his best to expand the earthly world. At that time, heaven and earth were still obscure. He wishes to differentiate between heaven and earth so that characters can be reborn. He wished that as soon as his voice fell, thunder would boom, heaven would be clear, earth would be clear, all things born would have everything. He immediately pointed to heaven as father, only earth as mother, and all people as children. He is the founder of the world, so he is also called Supreme Tao Quan. He called himself the Son of Heaven, that is, the Son of Heaven, ruling over all nations. He was the first king of the world, so he was called Chaos T. Legend has it that Pan-Gu had 3 children, Fuck Hai, and Hua Tu. Pan-Gu lived to be 18,000 years old and then passed away. When he died, left eye turns into sun, right eye turns into moon, blood turns into rivers, fat turns into sea, beard and hair turns into herbs, flesh turns into land, hair turns into stars, skin turns into plants, bones and teeth turn into gold and stone, essence turns into pearls, sweat turns into rain. His head turned into Dong Nhac Tai Sun, his legs turned into Te Nhac Hoang Sun, his chest and abdomen turned into Trung Nhac Song Sun, his left shoulder turned into Nam Nhac Wan Sun, his right hand turned into Bak Nhac Hang Sun. After Pan-Gu died, there was a complete gap between heaven and earth. After an unknown number of years, Nu Hua appeared again. Nu Hua was a person living between heaven and earth. Feeling too lonely, she thought of creating some people to live with her. She used water and yellow clay to shape a person. She molded a man, then molded a woman. It was strange, after she finished molding a human, she blew a breath into the earthen person, and the earthen person turned into a person who could talk and laugh. These people lived in groups around Nu Hua, dancing and screaming. Call Nu Hua mother. This is the myth, Nu Hua created man. These myths are very wild, but we also Read some information. The Pangu myth of the creation of heaven and earth clearly states that our ancestors believed that human power was great and that humans could use labor to improve nature. The myth of Nuwa creating man reflects the life of early humans. Currently, we know that human history still exists in the era of matriarchal clans. At that time, women played an important role in production and life. Children could only recognize their mother, not their mother. Know who the father is. Is the Nuwa myth an influence of matrilineal society? Next, there were the heavenly emperor, the earthly emperor, and then the human emperor, one after another, ruling the world in place of Pan-ko. Thank you for joining us for today's fairy tale. We hope these stories bring joy and meaning to your day. If you love our channel, please hit the subscribe button so you won't miss any exciting tales. Wishing you a good night and sweet dreams. See you in the next story.